Imagine walking into your post-UTME hall and the very first chemistry question looks so simple that you rush it, only to realize later it was a trap. That's how examiners set their questions. Easy on the surface, but designed to test how deeply you actually understand chemistry. Today I'm giving you 10 carefully crafted chemistry objective questions with detailed explanation, so you know exactly where the correct answer is right and why the wrong ones are wrong. Stay with me to the end because I have prepared a bonus question that will be the difference between passing and topping your exam. The first question we have here says, which of the following is a chemical property of matter? Which of the following is a chemical property of matter? Option A, density, B, color, C, flammability, and D, melting point. The correct option here is option C, flammability. Now let's explain. A chemical property describes how a substance reacts to form new substances. Flammability shows how easily something burns, producing new compound. Density, which is option A, option B, color, and option D, melting point, are physical properties because they don't involve a change in chemical identity. So the correct option there is option C, flammability. The second question here says, which of the following elements is the most electronegative? Which of the following elements is the most electronegative? Option A, fluorine, B, oxygen, C, nitrogen, and D, chlorine. The correct option here is option A, fluorine. Now we need to understand what the term electronegativity means. It is the tendency of an atom to attract electrons in a bond. That is very simple what electronegativity simply means. It is the tendency of an atom to attract electrons in a bond. Fluorine is the most electronegative element in the periodic table. It has a value of 4.0. Oxygen and chlorine are highly electronegative, but less than fluorine. Don't forget the correct option here is fluorine. It is the most electronegative element in the periodic table. The next question reads, which of the following is not a component of petroleum? Which of the following is not a component of petroleum? Option A, methane, B, ethane, C, butane, and D, ammonia. This is a bonus question. The correct option there is option D, ammonia. If you observe, all of them here, methane, ethane, and butane, all belong to the alkene family. Petroleum is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons involving alkanes, alkynes, and aromatics. Methane, ethane, and butanes are hydrocarbon. Ammonia, on the other hand, is not a hydrocarbon but a nitrogen compound, so it is not a petroleum fraction. Under exam condition, if it contains an atom other than C and H, it is not a hydrocarbon. Question 4 is on atomic number versus mass number. The question says the atomic number of an element represents A, number of electrons, B, number of electrons in the nucleus, C, number of protons, and D, sum of protons and neutrons. The correct option here is option C, the number of protons. Now, atomic number is denoted with the letter Z. It is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus. It defines the element. For example, carbon has an atomic number of 6, and that atomic number of 6 is also the number of protons in that element. In a neutral atom, electrons is equal to protons, but the atomic number is defined by protons only. We also have another concept here, the mass number. It is equal to the sum of both protons and neutrons. Other options are wrong. Option A, the neutrons, is wrong. B, electrons in the nucleus. Electrons are not in the nucleus, they occupy orbitals around it. And then option D, mass number, is not the same as the atomic number. So under exam conditions, just note that when you see the mass number is the sum of both protons and neutrons, and when you see atomic number, it is the number of protons. So take note. The next question we have here is on the bleaching action of chlorine. The question says the bleaching action of chlorine is due to dash. The bleaching action of chlorine is due to dash. A, oxidizing property, B, reducing property, C, dehydrating property, and D, catalytic property. The correct option there is option A, oxidizing property. In water, chlorine forms a hypochlorous acid which liberates oxygen, a strong oxidizing agent, and breaks conjugate system in dyes and pigment, rendering them colorless. Also note that oxidation obstructs the chromophore responsible for color. Other options are wrong. Option B, reducing property, is opposite of what's needed. Option C, dehydrating, is typical for concentrated hydrogen sulfate and not chlorine. Option D, catalytic, is not correct because bleaching is a chemical consumption process, not mere catalysis. So here's the simple hack. Household bleaches, example, we have the hypochlorite. It works via oxidization. So when you remember this, you can be able to answer this kind of question. The next question is on thermal effects. The question says, which of the following pairs are both endothermic processes? A, evaporation and combustion. B, neutralization and respiration. C, photosynthesis and freezing. And D, melting and condensation. Here is a detailed explanation on these concepts. Whenever you hear the word exothermic, it simply means release of heat to the surrounding or the environment. When you hear the word endothermic, it means absorption of heat. Now, neutralization has to do with acid-base reaction that produces salt and water. Typically, it releases heat. Respiration, which is the cellular oxidation of oxygen, releases energy. The energy here is ATP plus the heat. Evaporation, melting, and photosynthesis are endothermic. Condensation and freezing releases heat and it is exothermic, but their partners in D and C spoils their pair. So other options are wrong. Evaporation is endothermic. C, photosynthesis is endothermic, it stores energy, and freezing is exothermic, is a mixed pair. Option D, melting is endothermic and condensation is exothermic, is also a mixed pair. So the correct option remains option B, neutralization and respiration. The both of them are both exothermic processes. The next question is on greenhouse gases. It says, which of the following is a greenhouse gas? Which of the following is a greenhouse gas? Option A, nitrogen. B, oxygen. C, carbon dioxide. And D, argon. The correct option here is option C, carbon dioxide. What are greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global warming. They are gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, causing global warming. Major greenhouse gases include carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxide, and water vapor. Nitrogen and oxygen are abundant in the atmosphere, but not greenhouse gases. So argon is inert and does not trap heat. The correct option there is option C, carbon dioxide. The next question says, which of the following processes is used to obtain pure water from seawater? Which of the following processes is used to obtain pure water from seawater? A, evaporation. B, distillation. C, filtration. And D, decantation. The correct option there is option B, distillation. Seawater contains dissolved salts. Distillation removes salts by boiling seawater and condensing the vapor to give pure water. Filtration only removes insoluble salts. Evaporation leaves salt behind, and decantation separates solids from liquid but not dissolved salts. So the correct option there is option B, distillation. And here's the concept: it removes salts by boiling seawater and condensing the vapor to give pure water. The next question says, which of the following is a strong electrolyte? Which of the following is a strong electrolyte? A, glucose solution. B, acetic acid solution. C, sodium chloride solution. And D, ammonia solution. The correct answer is option C, sodium chloride solution. A strong electrolyte completely dissociates into ions in solution. Sodium chloride deassociates fully into sodium ion and chlorine ion. Glucose is non-electrolyte and it does not ionize. Acetic acid and ammonia are weak electrolytes, that is, they partially ionize. Question 10 says, which of the following is a chemical change? A. Dissolving salt in water. B. Breaking glass. C. Burning paper. And D. Melting wax. The correct option is option C, burning paper. Burning paper produces new substance, which is ash, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. Hence, it is a chemical change. Dissolving salt, breaking glass, and melting wax are physical changes because no new substance is formed. Now, this is the bonus question. Which of the following oxides is acidic in nature? Which of the following oxide is acidic in nature? A. Magnesium oxide. B. Carbon dioxide. C. Aluminium oxide. And D. Zinc oxide. Leave your answer in the comment section below. Let's see how many of you can crack this before I reveal the answer in the next video. Remember, chemistry isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about understanding the why behind each answer. That's exactly how you outsmart tricky exam questions. If you found this helpful, make sure you like this video, subscribe for more post-UTME practice, and don't forget to share it with friends who are also preparing. Together we'll make sure you don't just pass, you dominate your exam. Until next time, keep practicing, keep pushing, and keep winning. See you in the next class.